everyone, it's BDevine and welcome to Divine Miracles. Thank you for subscribing and being here and checking out my Black Friday special, which is already on at my crystal store. So just check the links below and you can see how to do that. Everything is 50% off store-wide, so that's pretty cool. Now what I'm doing is I'm using a new deck called the Wheel of the Year Tarot. Now, just a warning, some of the pictures are a little naked, okay? So, whatever. We're kind of going to have to be mature about it. And I've got this cute little easel that I wanted to use and see if it works for the card readings. So I'm going to start off with Aquarius and work my way through all 12 signs. This is an all signs update reading, like what's coming up, what's this week kind of hold, and I've got some more readings to come, of course. So first off is Aquarius. Are we ready? Let's go. I'm going to zoom in. Aquarius, you have the Emperor. Let me zoom in so you can see. Okay, hopefully you can see that well, and it stops my hand from shaking. How's that? Okay, so the Emperor card here. This is a connection for Aquarius where you are moving more into this particular phase of your life, where you are not putting up with any kind of distraction, any kind of lower energy, anything stopping you or getting in your way. It's very, very important that if you have not cleared already, that, you really do focus on clearing out anything that's holding you back and just calling in the energy of the universe to help you do so. But you're not putting up with any crap. This is a very, very powerful indication of where you need to be. And as we're moving into 2020, and I'm going to do 2020 sort of readings for all of the signs coming up too. You're coming into this leadership role. There's also the energy of the masculine, the father energy, father figure energy surrounding you and supporting this move. It also feels like there is a lot of protection around you right now, and a lot of memories coming to the surface also, okay? Maybe some things are leaving you with more questions than answers, but, you're discovering things about yourself. So this is a very powerful week for you, Aquarius. So if you haven't thought about it already, maybe it's time to really put your foot down with what you want to do, universally speaking, business, home life, family, whatever it is. Okay, you have the power. Okay, Aquarius. Next card is Gemini. All right. You can see this card? It's the King of Swords. Okay, Gemini, here you are with the King of Swords energy. And this is another powerful card for you, for air signs. Gemini, you're moving into a position where you really do need to be extra vigilant in what you're trying to achieve, that you're extra strong when you are, making a point, that you're actually getting, that you have the power and the strength to get your point across, that you're not letting people walk all over you, Gemini. I also feel that there's a lot of information that's flooding you right now, a lot of memories as well for you that are coming forward, and maybe some situations that you're regretting. But the energy here is that you forget anything that's weighing you down now. Do a clearing or a cleansing. Put some sage out. Really put the intention on everything being new for you as we move into this new energy. We need to embrace it. The sword of truth is here also. So some truth is going to be revealed or something that you're going to need to tackle. But you've got the strength and tenacity to continue doing it. Something has changed for you, Gemini. And it's in your best interest to stay in that strong and independent energy. Okay, so it also feels very Christmassy when I'm looking at the decorations, etc. So maybe something at Christmas time is occurring for you, or that you've been worried about Christmas for some reason. I mean, we all kind of do a little bit, but needing to let that go. The spiritual realms are bringing blessings for you, Gemini. Be open to receiving. Okay, so there's Gemini. Libra. Yay, Libra. Aren't these cute cards? Okay, Libra. 9 of Pentacles. Fantastic. I love to see the 9 and 10 of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. In fact, any of the Pentacles, because it's all the coins coming through and all of our hard work beginning to pay off. And this is what you're going through, Libra. It's been very important for you to be very balanced as you navigate your way forward. There have been things that have really deeply rocked you to the core, but you've managed to keep on mentally staying very, very strong within yourself. Even if you don't think so, you're being applauded for your strength and your strength of purpose as well, and sticking to your guns in a situation. I feel like that situation that was upsetting you is moving behind you. And now you're moving into this abundant phase, and you've only got yourself to be thankful for, because you've put yourself into this position. Okay, nobody else has done this for you. You've put yourself in this position, and it's paying off. Okay, it's really paying off for you. There's going to be surprises. There's going to be extra cash coming in for this week. Maybe people paying back what they owe, or just something by surprise for you, Libra. So stay in that state of gratitude. You know, stay in a energy of gratitude, and you'll have more to be grateful for. Okay. Look out for lucky coins on your journeys. Also, number sequences. Paying attention to those number sequences. Maybe you want to activate something when you see a certain number sequence. Like for me, like if I see 1111, I go, okay, that means money's coming. Or if I see 111, it might be like a message is coming, or a phone call's coming, or something like that. Try to dedicate it to something, or declare it as meaning something, and it starts happening as well. All right, Libra, awesome. Okay, so now we move on to Capricorn. Cool. I like that we can see these cards pretty well. Okay. The Fool card for Capricorn. So again, a brand new start for you guys. It's like Capricorn is always moving forward with something. And just as I'm saying that, the squirrel of the neighborhood has come up to the fence. And usually that also means big changes are in store. You know, positive changes for you. The energy here is that there's new growth in something that you've maybe been thinking of, or you've had behind the scenes. And this energy moving forward with new growth for you in a perhaps in a different way than you've had before. So I don't think that you've brought this idea to the surface before. So this is for Capricorn, and now you're thinking about embracing it. And really, we should. Anything we start now is going to be very, very successful for 2020. So it's worth it, right? New pastures, new endeavors, new beginnings, of course, and something that you've been sort of keeping in the background you're now moving forward into your life with, you know, which is awesome. And people are going to reap the rewards of that as well. All right. I just find like there's something to do with the ring. We see the circle here. There's something, maybe you'll find a ring, or an old ring, or something about a ring that will come across your path. And this brings another chapter of your life to begin. Okay. Oh, awesome news, Capricorn. I don't even know what noise I just made then. Okay. Taurus. All right, Taurus, we have the energy of the Two of Wands. And as you can see, it's very abundant energy in this card. So for Taurus, something that you have been planting is, look at it. It's huge. Okay, it's probably become a little bit bigger than you thought. Or if you're thinking about something, Taurus, if you're thinking about doing something, it looks like it's going to be bigger than you think, if you actually don't procrastinate and move forward on something. There's the energy of the two. So there's the energy of two people coming together, two children coming together, two family members coming together, or two family members who are specifically guiding you from the other side of the veil with your projects and what you're trying to achieve, and bringing energy through for you to enable that to happen. The key for you, Taurus, is to not hang on to anything from the past, because you can be more wounded than a lot of the other types of star signs. Like when something upsets you or wounds you, it can hit you a lot darker and a lot deeper. And it may be hard for you to navigate your way through that sometimes. But this is showing that happiness is working for you. It's repairing things. It's breaking you into the other side, you know, of the self that you've never met before. Okay, which is fantastic for Taurus. Just keep an eye on news coming, either in the mail, emails, or in some other way. And the squirrel is coming right up to my window. Oh my gosh. Okay, big changes are in store. He's looking right at us. Big changes are in store. Okay, Taurus? And it's happier times. Okay, awesome. Now for Virgo. Okay, so it looks like the earth signs are really getting a pump, you know, like you guys are getting a little bit of extra generosity coming through, because the sign of Virgo, you are being rewarded for good work that you've already done. The Six of Pentacles does indicate generosity coming out of nowhere, or maybe after a time where everything's been really low, like everything's been difficult, but you've still been giving, and you do have a very giving nature. The one thing that I'm kind of getting here for Virgo is there is some kind of bossy energy around you, or pushy energy around you, and this person is really getting under your skin, right? They're just overstepping their grounds. They're just saying those little narky things, coming up with these little scenarios that are just annoying. Okay, I'm really getting this annoyance energy. Not from you, but from other people that are annoying you. Okay, there may be an opportunity for you to just say you need to stop, or, you know, I don't appreciate that, or there's something that you need to say where you need to speak up. But other than that, there is something being paid off. There's a weight lifted off your shoulders. The energy is moving forward with generous people and healing. A new direction for you because of this as well. So Virgo, you're going through this, reaping what you've been sowing in a positive way. And this is bringing changes into your future. But don't allow that naggy person or that negative person to keep on frustrating you, because that's lowering your energy. Okay, so it's time to speak up, Virgo. All right, moving on to Aries. Okay, Aries, the King of Wands, which indicates a fire sign, or just the temperament of a fire sign. And as you can see, this person's pretty pleased with themselves. They have a dog down below there. Yep, let me just see if I can lift that up a little bit, this card deck. Apologies, everybody. So this is Aries. Okay. I just want to bring up this card. Okay, Aries. That might be a little bit better. There we go. Oh, okay. It needs to stay. Okay. Apologies. I'm getting it right. Okay, there we go. Aries. So now you can see the animal down below. Okay, the dog. So you're moving into, again, a very triumphant phase for Aries. Aries, you are very tough energy. You don't take any crap. You have a tendency to be the leader or be the boss or create your own business, or if someone's going to do that, or someone's going to change things, or someone's going to innovate things, it's you. Okay. The other side to Aries, and this is coming from one of the sweetest Arians that I know, there is this tendency to put up with stuff. You wouldn't think so because you're so tough, but you do tend to put up with stuff because of maybe society's views or your religious views or how things were in the past, or you just have to stick to it, or it's shown as a weakness if you don't stick with something. Now it's time to break out of that energy, because there's so much more that you are going to be able to achieve by having some freedom. Okay, I do feel a sense of restriction with Aries in something that's important to you. Okay, so it's time to make some changes and use that energy, that Arian energy, to firmly make a decision that's going to benefit not only you but others. There's a lot of luck around you, Aries. There's a lot of change around you. There's a lot of travel around you also, but also a sense of happiness within. If you don't allow others to control your existence and how you choose to live. Okay, so I'm really feeling that needs to change, but it's very powerful for you, Aries. Now moving on to Leo. Okay, Leo, what you got? The Four of Swords. Okay. The Four of Swords. All right, Leo. So it's so cute, this little energy here. So you've brought yourself into a period of rest. You've been working really extra hard on many different things. And this week you're just, catching up and doing a few things. And, there might be some things that you still have to complete, but you're doing it in a different way. You're just taking your time and just, doing what you need to do. And the other energy here with the Four of Swords is that if you're not listening to your body, you've seen in the past where that has gotten you into trouble, right? Where you were ignoring being tired, or you were ignoring some kind of symptom that was coming to the surface, which was coming from an emotion, and you're just ignoring it and you're pushing it down. And this is saying, if you don't listen to your body and you are ignoring the subtle signs that you need to do a clearing, or you need to do some healing work or release some trauma, then you may feel yourself overexhausted, okay? And just over it all and getting to a point of frustration. And perhaps you have had a point of frustration. And sometimes what's very dear to Leos is the sense of justice. So someone's doing the wrong thing and they're getting away with it. It drives a Leo crazy. It's like, you're all in that business of that. You're just like, I can't believe that. That's driving me crazy. This person is just getting away with all this stuff. And it just really grinds your, gears, because you're the type of person that you can't do anything wrong because you'll be caught immediately. Right? You can't eat a piece of chocolate cake because you'll gain 5 pounds straight away. You're that kind of thing. You can't get away with anything, and you can't handle it when other people seem to do that. Now, maybe this kind of energy was going on a little bit for you in this past week, where it was frustrating to see other people succeeding or other people doing something, and getting there, if that makes sense. But you're over all of that now. And you're moving away, you're turning your back on things, and you're listening to your own self, which is always the best thing for you to do. Listen to yourself and your body, and it will always lead you in the right place. Now, take time to rest. Good news is on its way. Maybe 4 different things. We have the 4 swords, 4 different things you're challenged with, but it's positive at the same time. Go for it, okay? Leo. And don't forget your moon and rising signs. Sagittarius. Wow. Okay. The energy of the Queen of Pentacles for Sagittarius. So for some people, this is actually a person. For other people, this is an energy. So this is bringing in the energy of financial issues to a head. Perhaps you've been worrying. Perhaps you've been stressed. You know, Christmas is coming. It's like there's kids all over the place. And it's like, I've got to get this one and this one something and that one something. Don't feel pressured by buying stuff. It's time to, you know, the coming together is the main thing. You know, the spending time together or, you know, connecting on a different level. And that needs to happen. And so it's saying here for Sagittarius that you have the ability to manifest things that you want, right? But your mind also tends to allow itself to wander a little bit. And you don't necessarily tell anybody these things or mention it or upset or I don't want to, you know, Sagittarius, you tend to worry too much. And this is what stops yourself from seeing things, right? I mean, even if you are seeing benefits in your life and you are blessed in many ways, you could be blessed even more if your mind wasn't going in another direction sometimes, which is hard because you get distracted. You get taken off the course a little bit. But at the same time, this is the energy of this week coming up. And it feels like you're in tune with receiving. You're in tune with abundance. And this is going to be really, really powerful for you because you're staying grounded as well. Okay? So just look for abundance on all levels. Not just material or not just financial. Abundance on all levels. And see where your mind is blocking it somehow through worry or concern or thought or issues. Okay, see where you're blocking yourself from having things by doing that. And release it. Change it up. And you will see everything abundant begin to change and flow for you as well, Sagittarius. Okay, Pisces. Okay, so Pisces. So this is the 8 of Cups energy. And as you can see, this particular person here is sad because this person here is walking away from it, from a situation, okay? Walking away from something that they were once emotionally invested in. And some people, you know, this can be talking about relationships because it has emotions. So Pisces, my feeling is that you're actually, for once, not the person that's really, really sad, but you're the person that's turning away from it. Okay? Pisces tends to feel everything on so many different subtle levels. It's unbelievable. Okay? And people rely on a Piscean to feel or react in a certain way. And when that doesn't happen, it causes panic in the other people. They're like, oh my God, what's happened? This person used to be so easy to manipulate. Now I can't do it. They're turning their back on. What? You know, they've moved on. They've got a whole new life. I can't pull those strings anymore. Like, what is going on? So Pisces, whatever fantastic work you've been doing on yourself, it's driving someone crazy, okay? Because they can't strangle you in. And I mean strangle you in because they used to they would hold you in some kind of debt to them or something, like, you know, you felt like you owed them something, right? And you didn't owe them anything. Oh God, we've got an ad coming on. Yeah, so they're expecting you to behave in certain ways and you're just like, I'm out of here, I'm walking away, I don't need this, I got things of my own that I want to do. And Pisces, this energy there may have been someone who has been really reaching out to you mentally and they can't find you, you know, because you're just not lowering yourself to that standard anymore. Or they can't understand why you're not calling or whatever it is. There's been some kind of frustration directed at you and your whole body has been feeling it. This has been coming up in stiffness and soreness and sleeplessness and all kinds of things like that. But you need to stick to this energy. Okay, this is the path that you need to go on. And all these people who are needy and pulling at you and trying to upset you in some way are only thinking of themselves. You know, they're only being very selfish within their own self. And they need to get over it, and they need to move forward. And you need to stick to your guns, Pisces. Don't relent or give in just to make anything easy. Keep going in the direction that you've been going in. It's going to be the most abundant and happy and fulfilled energy you've ever had before. Don't give it up for anybody else. Okay, strong message for Pisces. Cancer. Yay! All right, Cancer, the Six of Wands. This is very celebratory, right? You're moving into this very, very, very extremely happy and peaceful period, Cancer. Some of you are going through an actual celebration. Some of you are going through a wedding. Some of you are going through engagement, birth of a child, this kind of thing. The energy is heightened. The experiences are many. And you may be surprised by gifts or messages that you receive from people who you might not have heard from in a long time as well. Just an all-round sense, as you can even see in this picture, of joy. And the things that you've been creating, Cancer, are starting to bloom. You know, they're starting to show. People are starting to see for themselves the difference that you have made, or the differences you have made within your life, and how this is benefiting you. And you're leading by example, which is fantastic. You are now leading by example. And whereas before you might have not had too many people around, now it feels like you've got an influx of energy moving towards you. So this is a beautiful, happy and peaceful time with recognition and rewards for a fantastic job that you've been doing. You are helping more people than you realize. And finally, Scorpio. Wow, Scorpio. Okay. What have you been up to? Because it looks to me like you're starting a new venture. Or thinking about it, or been thinking about it, or been wanting to do it. And it's got money behind it. So the idea for Scorpio is that it may be difficult for you to find assistance right now with this project that you have going on in your mind. But the message in that is that you actually don't need anybody else to allow this to be successful for you. There doesn't always need to be strength applied to situations. Like, there doesn't always need to be a tough hand or a bouncer or a protector around you before you do anything. Sometimes there are things that you start doing by yourself and then the right people move forward. And this is the message that you're getting. If you are waiting for someone to move forward and help you with a project, you may be waiting a long time and wasting your time. Right? So move forward, and then you will see the people that you need. You've got a flow going on, Scorpio. You've learned a lot about yourself. You've learned a lot about, how energy affects you, and, how you need to be careful with energy, and also who you're giving it to, and how when you can be in huge crowds of people, it feels amazing at the time, but it can actually knock you out for a couple of weeks energetically. And you're starting to learn who is uplifting your energy and who is draining it. And this is really positive for you. You need to move forward with a project that you've been thinking about. And as this card says here, it will be very lucrative for you and bring in the money that you like, but also make you feel sort of balanced and grounded within yourself as well. Okay, so I want to thank you all for listening and watching. And until the next time, many blessings and bye for now. Bye.